Gather round, my dear ones, and take a walk down memory lane. This is no ordinary tale. It is a story written in blood and faith, carried across generations. A story of kings chosen by God, of rivers that tested loyalty, and of warriors whose strength was not in their swords but in their hearts. Sit close, for the echoes of history are calling and they have much to teach us. Long ago, in the time of the Israelites, there was a man named Talut, or Saul, as some call him. He was not a man of great wealth or pomp, but Allah had chosen him. Yes, chosen him to lead his people against the tyranny of Jaloot, the giant Goliath who had spread fear and oppression across the land. But when Talut was appointed, the people grumbled. Why him? They asked. He is not from a noble family. He has no riches. How can he lead us? Their prophet Shumael, also known as Samuel, replied, Allah has chosen him over you and blessed him with knowledge and strength. Allah grants his authority to whom he wills. But still they doubted. Oh, how often do we doubt what Allah has decreed? Talut led his army to battle, but before they faced Jaloot, they were tested. A river flowed before them, and Talut said, Indeed, Allah will test you with a river. Whoever drinks from it is not with me, and whoever does not taste it is indeed with me, except for the one who takes only a handful with his hand. Quran 2, verse 249. Many drank deeply, failing the test of obedience. Only a handful remained faithful, taking just a sip to quench their thirst. These were the ones who would stand with Talut, the ones who trusted in Allah's plan. Now, let us fast forward through the sands of time to another leader chosen by Allah, yet rejected by men. Imam Ali, peace be upon him, the Lion of Allah, the gate to the city of knowledge. Like Talut, he was chosen, yet many turned away. Imam Ali, peace be upon him, once said, I am like Saul, Talut, rejected by those who deemed themselves worthy, while Allah had chosen me. Both Talut and Imam Ali, peace be upon him, were tested, not just by their enemies, but by the very people they were meant to lead. Talut's army was tested by a river, and Imam Ali, peace be upon him, was tested by the betrayal of those who swore allegiance to him. History repeats itself, my dear ones, for the tests of faith are eternal. In the battle against Jaloot, a young shepherd named Dawood or David stepped forward. With nothing but a sling and a stone, he faced the giant, trusting in Allah. And with one strike, Jaloot fell. Dawood's victory was not by his own strength, but by the will of Allah. Centuries later, another young leader, Imam Hussain, peace be upon him, the grandson of the Prophet, peace and blessing upon him and his progeny, faced his own battles. He won victories not with swords, but with wisdom and patience. Yet, like Dawood, he too was betrayed. Imam Hussain, peace be upon him, once said, No agreement holds when hearts are filled with treachery. But let us come to the heart of our tale, to the sands of Karbala, where another river flowed, the Euphrates. Here, another warrior knelt by the water, but unlike those before him, he did not drink. Abbas ibn Ali, peace be upon him, the lion-hearted standard-bearer of Imam Hussain, peace be upon him, reached the river, his throat parched with thirst. He lifted the water in his hands, but let it fall. He could not drink, for his brother Hussein, peace be upon him, and the children of the Prophet's household were dying of thirst. Abbas, peace be upon him, was not just passing a test, he was transcending it. Like the faithful soldiers of Talut, he took only a handful, but it was not for himself. It was for the children, for the women, for the cause of truth. Imam Ali Zainul Abidin once said of Abbas, peace be upon him, he was the shield of our father, the sword of our family, the mountain that fell not by force but by treachery. So, my dear ones, what do we learn from these tales? Talut's test was not just about water, it was about faith. Abbas's sacrifice was not just about thirst, it was about loyalty. And you, dear listener, must ask yourself, when history calls upon you, when the river of tests flows before you, will you drink deeply from it, or will you stand with the chosen ones? The echoes of history are calling. Will you listen? Why does this tale endure? Because it is not just a story of the past. It is a mirror for our souls. It reminds us that faith is tested, loyalty is rare, and the chosen ones are often rejected. But in the end, it is those who stand with truth, who pass the tests of Allah, who are remembered forever. So, my dear ones, carry this story in your hearts. Let it guide you, for the rivers of life will test us all. And when they do, may we be among those who take only a handful and stand with the chosen ones. The end, or perhaps the beginning.
Stories don't end when the words stop. They live on in those who listen, reflect, and share. If this story resonated with you, let's keep the journey going. Subscribe, share, and join this growing space of wisdom and wonder. Your voice matters. Until next time, stay curious, stay enlightened.